Hey everyone, I'm Michaella Bolder, celebrity facialist and skincare expert. Today I'm going to show you some of my top tips that I use at home to firm and tone the body along with depuffing and detoxification. I like to perform these movements after I've had a shower in the evening and I've dried my skin, I'm feeling clean and fresh, and then I'm going to go straight into my full body motion. So first up, it's really important to open up the lymphatic system within the body. Starting across the chest, I'm going to use a dry body brush. This is to help stimulate the blood flow, but just remember with a dry body brush, we're all about working on the fluid just underneath the skin. So it's very light and fluid movements. We're going to brush from the center to the outer shoulder and flick the brush off of the shoulder. This movement is really good to also help offload lymphatic stagnation. When we have lymphatic load under the armpit, it means we can no longer drain any more toxins from the body. So I'm going to sweep the 10 across the chest to the shoulder and then to the other side, really creating that warmth. I'm using no pressure here. I'm opening out my chest. Next, I'm going to do a body brush across my arms. So I'm going to work up my arms in long fluid strokes from the wrist area all the way into the underarm. I'm running over the area twice and then to the other side, keeping your arm up in the air, bringing that blood flow back towards the heart. Then across your hands in a claw-like position and in the center of our hands. Do not forget, they are the hardest working item on our body. Down the inside of the arm, underneath the arm, just to finish off. After the dry body brushing, your skin is stimulated and it will absorb any product that you put straight on top. So take your favorite body butter or perhaps your body oil, and we're going to go across the chest. I'm going to go from the center of the chest out to the shoulders. I'm using quite a firm pressure here, and remember you want the stimulation of that blood flow, so you want the warmth of the tissue, you want the blood flow to come to surface, improving your circulation, improving elasticity, opening up the chest. Now remembering that we want to offload the lymphatics, I'm going to just sweep my hand underneath my arm, and as I sweep I'm wrapping my hand underneath the arm just to help relieve any toxin overload. Run your hand up the arm from the hand. This is really good for toning the skin, getting that ultra glow to the skin through that blood flow. Cupping your hand underneath the arm from the elbow and drawing back to the armpit. You can stay here for as long as you need. I normally stay here for around 10 to 20 sweeps. We're now going to work the lower parts of the body. I'm going to start with the body brush from my foot all the way up the leg into the thigh, but it's really important to help open up those lymphatic nodes first. So I'm going to start behind the knee. This will really help to stimulate those lymph nodes because they're going to be working hard for us on both legs. And then we're going to go to the groin. So working on the groin area with my dry body brush, very, very gently. So just at your knicker brush from the hip inwards for 10. We're going to run over the whole leg for another time, starting at the foot. So brushing nice and firmly over the front of the foot, the sides of the foot, backwards and upwards. Now into the shin area. This isn't about being firm. This is just about being fluid, fast, and just hitting the surface of the skin. Not forgetting the underneath, over the knee and into the thigh. Every stroke is just following a line. So our next movement, of course, is my favorite. It is time to massage the leg area. Now, massaging the legs comes with huge benefits. Not only are we looking to tone the legs, helping to drain any excess fluid, but also depuff, cell turnover, increase blood flow, and all of that in turn will help to reduce any excess tension, reduce any fluid within the muscle, tone the muscle, and just bring your legs back to life. So starting at the foot, I'm going to work the lower legs first. So I'm cupping my hands over my calf muscle and shin, and I'm drawing back. And you want to be doing each movement around 20 times. So drawing back from the shin into the thigh now. This is a really good movement if you're on your feet all day long. So we're now going to move into our next move. So one hand after the other. I'm really grabbing at the muscle now. So this is our tension relief underneath the leg now. This is a similar way that I work my clients' bodies in clinic. Over the fronts of the legs and then to the inside. So anyone that has built up tension, particularly within the calves or the thigh area, this is where you can really take some time to focus. So using your fingertips together, you're going to work at the back of the leg and really press your fingertips into the big muscles. Another movement that I like to perform is using my finger knuckles at home on my legs, almost like a tool. And this is where I can work, especially if I've been lifting heavy weights at the gym or running around like a crazy person, then this just helps to reduce that tension, reduce the heaviness in my legs. So next up is a favorite body tool of mine. I love this throughout the summer because my legs are always exposed and I use this every evening before I go to bed. I feel like it really improves the texture, the tone and the appearance of my skin. It's actually a very calming movement just to slow down from our intensive body massage. You can use this on the backs of your arms as well. And of course, the lower leg. Always making sure that you're working the body from the foot towards the knee towards the groin, so that at each point you get those drainage points. And that is how we get those really strong detoxification and depuffing, reducing any inflammation and puffiness within the leg. So we're going to work on the abdominal area now. First of all, we're going to dry body brush and then head in for a body massage. So dry brushing the tummy area, you do want to be very gentle. So just working from the hips and the waist to the center of the tummy. We're only going to be here for 10 to 20 sweeps and then move on to the other side. This is a really good movement to help stimulate the muscles, stimulate the tone and texture of the body, but also get that tingly feeling in the skin tissue. And then we're going to go from the center down. I'm just using a really light fluid motion here. And then we're just going to go from the outer edges to the center again, one side at a time, down to the bottom and back up. And same to the other side. So we're all working to the center of the tummy. We're going to start our tummy massage. So using the heel of your hands around your waist, we're going to come in and down. The reason everything we do is in and down is because we want to help with that bowel stimulation. We also want to help relieve tightness, tension within the tummy area. We hold a lot of emotional stress within our tummies. So by massaging the tummy area, it's a very feminine area to massage. It can help relieve any emotional stress. It can help regulate your bowel movements, release any stagnation within the tummy area, and also help to de-bloat when we store fluid due to stress, emotional and lifestyle responses. We're going to work from the center of our tummies. I'm pressing in with a firm pressure. I'm going to follow the large intestine around under my rib cage and back down. Now we always finish in the left side of the hip because that is where our bowel movement begins. Just work with what feels comfortable for you. So if you feel like your pressure should be light, then please go with what your body is asking you to do. But I always do this movement every morning or every evening before I go to bed to just help improve circulation, improve stimulation, and improve movement within the body. So then moving in slightly from the tummy. So now we're working really over those abdominal muscles. Relax the tummy, even if you have abs, relax the muscles. We're still working in that same motion up the abs, down to the other side of the tummy, finishing in the left hip. So now with the heel of the hand down the center of the tummy, into the lower pelvic bone area. Keep your breathing continuous, keeping your muscle form relaxed at all times. And then final one, we're going to go across from the right hip into the left hip, and this will really help with any bowel movements and also help to de-bloat your tummy. So using the heel of my hand, I'm going to take my left hand over the top of my right hand. I'm going to draw across and scoop down into the left hip. Starting again. and finishing in the left hip. Now already this is making me feel calmer, but it's helping to debloat, lift off any stagnation. And final 2 and finish. Thank you for watching. I hope I've inspired you to incorporate some body massage routine before you go to bed. For any more tips and tricks on facial or body massage, please follow me on @Michaella Bolder. Thanks guys.